Hi, welcome to the video. Today we will be looking at some of my favorite deflation scenes. I'll show the scene, give context plus some memes, and then I'll rate how much I like the clip. I hope you all enjoy. First up is a clip that kind of inspired this video. It's a clip of a whale deflating by burping. From the show Brigade Volante or something like that. Basically, the whale swallowed a helium or hydrogen tank, and so, to help her, some rotund-reared birds jumped on her back after a crow talks about how babies are burped to deal with gas. Also, these birds are like helper birds. They fly around on a little blimp and they help out animals, and I'm guessing this one was in need of their help. So, yeah. I rate this a weak 3 out of 10. The inflation size is mediocre, but the belch is nice and the whales are cute.
And Dunium crystals are their favorite. Whoa! Whoa!
This next one is from Star Wars Galaxy of Creatures, where a puffer pig deflates and zooms around like a balloon. The reason for its puffy shape was due to a strong fear of younglings. While this may not be lore accurate to how they deflate, puffer pigs are one of my favorite Star Wars creatures for obvious reasons. I was actually checking this channel for a while, actually. Long before they even uploaded this episode. A fun lore fact, Grimm owns a pet puffer pig named Latex. I'll rate this clip a solid 8 out of 10. The sound effects are nice and the comical deflation is always good. Even if it's mostly off screen and a bit exaggerated. Then again, who knows, maybe puffer pigs actually do deflate like this. This next clip is from the Illumination movie Migration, a movie about ducks. The character Mac Mallard, the duck dad, gets inflated from a balloon and is then confronted by the mad chef, causing him to release the built-up air inside of him, making him zoom around the room like a balloon, all whilst blowing raspberry. I really like this scene. I'm glad it was in the movie. From everything to Mac's features puffing as he inflates, to him staying a bit puffy even after his deflation, this is a great inflation and deflation scene. So I give it a solid 10 out of 10.
These capsules need water to activate them! Now!
There's something funny about this thing. What? Their face! Another trick!
This wonderful clip includes water-activated capsules that summon two creatures made of smoke, a dinosaur and a dragon, both of which deflate when punctured. But boy, did this make me feel something. I'm definitely having a character use an item like this. The clip gets a generous 9 out of 10. Sorry for the lack of explanation, it's just words can't describe what this clip means to me. Obviously, the notorious Scrat water inflation video is going to be in here one way or another. It's kind of funny how Scrat deflates like a balloon despite being filled with water. And despite this, the clip is pretty funny, and due to it being one of the very first inflation scenes in 3D animated media, it probably was also the awakening for a lot of other inflation enjoyers like me. I'll give this clip a generous 8 out of 10.
Gonna do my best to take my place in the sun.
since Disney tends to be a bit stubborn with their content, maybe make better movies then, because what the fuck is Elio?
Kept you waiting, huh?
No one hears a word they say. Has the memory gone? Are you feeling numb? Not a word they say. But a voiceless crowd isn't backing down when the end. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you the most irritating warfare in the United States Air Forces.
Anyway, in this clip, Louis the alligator gets stuck in a tree log, so, to free him, Tiana, the frog, makes him sneeze, causing him to puff up and then launch off. There's a lot to enjoy here, apart from the sneeze. I mean, who enjoys sneezing? I definitely don't. I gave this clip a kind 7 out of 10. It's great for what it is, but it's not exactly inflation or deflation. But I still love it.
Hey! What do you know? There's another fella just like me! Good to see somebody of a similar persuasion, if you know what I mean. Put her there.
This next clip is a combination of a lot of good things, all of which I enjoy. Deflation, obviously, but also a dinosaur in a parade balloon, which can arguably be considered a pool toy. There's a lot I like about this clip, especially how the balloon Bronto makes for a turn a minute later to smother the dino gang with its deflated body. Very cute. Very cute. Shame he lost all of his air to the Rexy handshake, though. No! Wait, why does that happen? No! Fuck, it cut out! Shit! Oh no! Since we're talking about dinosaurs and fetishes, I hate calling it that, but technically it's not, but oh well. In this short, a mama T-Rex gets inflated by a geyser and In this short, a mama T-Rex gets inflated by a geyser and a pterodactyl helps deflate her by, well, you saw the clip. I'm only giving this clip a 5 out of 10. The inflation shape is all belly, but the sounds are nice and fresh, which is realistic, I guess.
On my count, everybody...
Scooby-Doo probably has plenty good deflation scenes out there, but this one being the most modern and also my favorite was an easy choice for you to make. It's quite a creative way to catch up to a boat with a scuba suit like this. I love how puffy the suit gets and there's still that nice slapstick the show keeps up. I give this scene a solid 9 out of 10. But also, since we're going near the end of this, since this is the 9th one, I might as well play another Scooby-Doo clip before I get to the top pick, which is the final one. Hope you enjoy it, though it is a bit old, so oh well.
What's the matter with that thing? Hang on, Scoob!
Oh. I'm beginning to suspect that our sea serpent is nothing but a lot of hot air.
Whoa! Take the sheets off, you Ku Klux Klan!
になってちょうどいいかも。
無理するとまた抜けちゃうよ。ねえジュジュ、ありがとう。パパの代わりに海に連れてきてくれたんでしょ。
どういたしまして。でも本当はパパと来たかったんだよね。
ミカはそうだけど、パパはどうなのかな。ジュジュ最
急がなきゃ。
そっちは行けないよ。
ジュジュが助けてくれるから。
海はダメなんだ。
じゃあ急いで。
This film makes me feel something. It makes me feel different in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it, but it's something that I feel that I can't achieve. I don't know what it is. It's something that I can't get to. Words can't describe just how much I wish to be this character. That I could just drop everything to be him. Because I could be everything that I want to be if I was him. I could help people. I could be there for them. They could see me as something more than what I currently am. I don't wish to be seen as human. I wish to be seen as something just as good, and maybe a bit better. I don't know what this feeling is, but I want it, and I can't get it, ever. And it scares me. I don't know why, but it does, and it terrifies me. I don't know how to feel towards this. This final clip I won't joke too much about due to the fact that this short film means a lot to me. There's so much I could go on about, but I won't due to how long this video already is. But I highly recommend giving it a watch. I enjoyed it, so maybe you will too. It's only 26 minutes long, and really, it's a really nice thing. But with that being said, that concludes this video. I hope all three of the people watching this enjoyed it. If someone asks, I'll see if I can see whatever I can do to upload the links or do whatever I can to give sources for the clips used in this video in the description. But until then, or I guess until I decide to have another idea, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to stay hydrated, because that's the way of the water elemental. Bye!